Now, Mr. Wong Yok Man's motion is inappropriate because it only asks us to inquire into the incident occurring on one day, and so we'll only see the tree but not the forest if we pass that motion. And I support Mr. Andrew Leung's motion. Members have already talked about the Occupy Central movement or the complexities. I will not repeat those, and I think we should really inquire into the matter. And I would now like to make a few points. First of all, donations. In Hong Kong, if a political party openly receives donations, that's acceptable because political parties have to rely on donations for their operation, but then we do not want these things to happen secretively. We do not want to see any conflict of interest involved. And so if someone receives donation or money in his personal capacity, that's different from a political party receiving donations, because it is lawful for a political party to receive donations. And then second, many people say that among the anti-occupiers, there are many who have been paid for the job, so to speak. Now, maybe there are these people, but please do not think that all those who are against the OCM have been paid to oppose the movement. In fact, if you just go to a restaurant, you'll hear many people complaining about the inconvenience suffered. Now, I often buy fruit at a shop, and the operator told me that she was in her 70s. She had to go to the fruit market, the fruit wholesale market, to buy fruit, and now she has to spend 40 to 45 minutes extra for every trip. So please understand that, in fact, some people feel that they have been hijacked, and many people are suffering because of the OCM. And please do not say that people are fighting for the future, for the welfare, for the well-being of the future generations, and so that's none of our business. No, because many of us may live for a few decades more. And please do not try to deceive others as well as yourselves. You may have a lot of friends who support the OCM, but I do have a lot of friends who oppose OCM. Maybe that's because birds of a feather gather together, and so you have your friends who support the movement. I have many friends who are against the movement. So please do not smear all those who oppose the OCM, the Occupy Central movement. You know, people have been sharing messages, information, and I saw on YouTube a university student who was interviewed, and then there was an iBanker who went to Admiralty, and Martin Lee, Lee Wai Ling were also there. And this iBanker was immediately asked whether he had been paid to voice his opposition to the OCM. So when people say that they are against the OCM, listen to their views. Don't use foul language to these people. Don't assume and presume that they have been paid to voice their opposition. I hope that you understand that there are people who will stand on moral high ground, and they will use that as a pretext to flout the law. And I think Hong Kong people should be prepared that in future there will be more people who will block the roads, occupy certain areas in the community. They are now skilled, they have the experience, and they will continue to challenge the police. As you know, even if someone is arrested, he may not be prosecuted at once because the DOJ needs to gather sufficient evidence to take prosecution action. And so people may be encouraged because they feel that people have been arrested and they have been released and they haven't been prosecuted. But of course, when these people are prosecuted, when sufficient evidence has been gathered, then people will say that the government is only taking delayed revenge against these people. And I also want to say that there are counselors who have a legal background who are taking the lead to defy court orders. Now, in fact, it's unlawful for the students to occupy the carriageway. And some students have said that they would rather be prosecuted than observe or obey the court order. This is really alarming. In fact, Mr. Chun Tat-ming of the Hong Kong U has said that as an interim injunction has already been handed down by the court, the injunction has to be obeyed. If you think that if you do not like that injunction, you can try to challenge it in court. And there are these people with illegal background who are taking the lead to defy court orders, and more people will follow suit, I'm sure. I think the rule of law is the cornerstone of our success. We must not let the rule of law be eroded. And abiding by the law is very important. I want to read out the content of a WhatsApp message from a member of the public, and he wants me to say this to Legco members. Now, a few Legco members have openly and blatantly incited members of the public to disobey the law and court orders. They have shown no respect for the law at all. How come they still have the face to remain in this council? Is it because of money? Is it because of the powers that Legco members can exercise, that they have chosen to remain in this council and are unwilling to quit or leave? Now, the OCM will have long-lasting impact on Hong Kong, no doubt, but I think any erosion of the rule of law is even more detrimental. Now, I understand that some foreign operators or foreign companies have told me that they've all along believed that the rule of law in Hong Kong would not be inferior to that in Singapore, but now they are having second thoughts, they're beginning to have doubts. So I'm really worried. Now, most students are peaceful and rational, but then some radical elements have infiltrated the movement. They act like they are playing war games. They put up rope. They block the road, and I think they are now doing what they want under the protection of students, so to speak. So what are their objectives? What are their motives? I believe many of us would like to know. Students have initiated peaceful assembly, so we want to know what the others are in fact doing